I decided to do a piercing facts video because I don't have a lot of piercings, but I've had them for a little while, and I decided, to do this video anyways. And when I get all my piercings, I will do a updated video to update you guys. So let me get started. The piercings I have three piercings. Well, four if you count both of my ears. But I have them to a 14. I just plan on keeping it like that. I don't plan on stretching them anymore or anything. I like having the tongue ring bars in. It's just more comfortable than regular piercings, regular earrings because I'm allergic to regular earrings. Basically, I'm allergic to nickel. My ears will get badly infected, and either I don't really know what these are made of, but they work for me so far. I had first gotten my ears pierced when I was 7 or 8, but they had gotten infected, so I had to take them out. And I think last year I got them re-pierced. So when I was 15, I got them re-pierced. Um, and I wash them every day. I wash them with dial soap, antiseptic soap, basically for about a few months, and then they're perfectly healed, and they're one of my least painful piercings. The most painful piercing I had gotten was my nose piercing, and it hurt pretty bad. But my ears, they didn't take very long to heal. I mean, they're just regular ear piercings. Plenty of people have them. Go, they're fine to have. I'm probably getting more in the future, but for now, keeping them at just two piercings in my ears. My nose, which I only have a stud in right now. I usually have a hoop in, but those are really difficult to get the ball pop back in and everything like that. So I just keep the stud in. Um, my nose was the most painful thing I had ever gotten done. I would rather have my finger dislocated again than get my nose ring done again. Um, it bled for about 10 minutes after I got pierced. It bled pretty badly actually. Um, but the guy who pierced my nose didn't, he used clamps. He didn't use a piercing gun, which I don't understand why people use piercing guns. It just seems a little more painful and a little more of a shock than just doing with a needle. But the healing process on my nose, I got that done last February. So the healing, it took about maybe 6 months to fully heal. Uh, it did, it did have a lot of crust around it, as it was healing. It was very painful. The healing process for about a month. It was very sore, and I was afraid to change any of my rings. But the most I can say is clean it every day with dial soap. Uh, Make sure it's very sanitized and very clean. You have to keep your nose ring clean, or you will get a bad infection. I got a infection. I had a bump on the inside of my nose for about a month after my piercing was done, and you just have to keep it clean. That's all I can really say. I mean, the probably from a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 9.5 for me. It was probably the most painful thing I'll ever get done. It, it was painful. I mean, it depends on who does your piercing and your pain tolerance. I have a okay pain tolerance. I can stand it, but I mean, it's all your preference. Um, you know, if you're talking to your parents about getting your nose done, it's very hard to get your parents, at least my mom, to get my nose done. So I think I was 15 when I got my nose done as well. Now, my last piercing is here. I'll stand up and show you. Is my belly ring, and I had gotten that done when I was 14. I know I was very young to get my belly button pierced, but so I've had it for almost 3 years. Uh, it was the least painful piercing by far. I didn't even feel him pierce my belly button, honestly, because it's just skin he's piercing. Um, they'll tell you just breathe in, and then it's over with. Like, I didn't feel anything, honestly. Um, but the healing process on this, it took about a year to fully heal for me. Because I was always messing with it. I always got tug on shirts and everything. And yeah, it really does take a while for this to heal since you're constantly moving. It's jerked around by the clothes and how you lay and everything. Um, it my the the ring had kind of torn a little bit whenever I pulled it one time. Uh, but other than that, it healed perfectly fine. It is. I even forget it's there most of the time. Like I, I feel really bad saying like a lot, but um, I like this one because it's not very noticeable. You can obviously hide it because it's your belly, and only during like summer, if you wear a two-piece, you'll be able to see it if you wear belly shirts. So if you have a job and you're worried that what if they want me to take it out, well, if you cover it, it'll be all fine. Um, all I can say is you have to clean all your piercings every day, or they're gonna get infected, and then you could be lucky you can never clean it and it heals perfectly fine. But it's just a precaution to clean it every day and to wear, the first couple weeks wear loose fitting shirts so it doesn't get irritated and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, that's all I really have to say on the piercings. Um, for my ears, the pain level from 1 to 10, what I would have to say it's about 2. It didn't really hurt. It was more of like a shock because they used a piercing gun on my ears. But then my belly, I didn't feel any pain at all. So it was basically a 1. So, but if you have any questions, you can leave, your question in the comments, and I'll answer you. Um, yeah.